Awesome. Happy Monday, Team Eagle. Thank you so much for being on the call today. I know that our call is a little bit earlier than usual, but it is going to be worth every second of your time. As you already know, tonight we have an amazing guest speaker, and we have the honor of introducing you to her. So we want to welcome Ilana Mulstein on our team call today. And as you all know by now, Ilana is the creator of the To Be mindset that Saudi and I and Norris and Didi, we were all in the original test group. And it's just been such a life change with this program. But I want to share a little bit about who is Ilana, and then I'm going to turn it over to Ilana. So Ilana is a registered dietitian nutritionist, which, by the way, it is the highest standard in the field of nutrition. So if you have any questions about nutrition, this is a woman who knows, okay? And that's why we're so excited about having this program in our library. You can't hear any, you guys can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? Yes?
You're fine. Maybe
okay.
That person needs to
okay. So to continue, Ilana earned a Bachelor's of Science degree in Nutrition and Dietetics from the University of Maryland. She sits, listen to this, like this is just amazing, guys. She sits on the prestigious executive leadership team for the American Heart Association, and she leads the Bruin Health Improvement Program at UCLA. And most important to me and Saudi, she has freaking changed our lives. Totally from the inside out. So Ilana, welcome to our team call. You can go.
I'm so happy to be here.
We're happy to have you here. It's been a little hot minute since we've seen you. So virtual hugs over here.
Virtual. I'm excited for some physical ones. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon. Hi everyone. I'm so excited you all popped on. First of all, I'm very jealous you're all in this group because these are two of the most amazing people on earth that I would be very fortunate to hang around all the time. So that is awesome. I'm definitely in a good group. I could tell. So just a little bit about me. That's definitely like my, credentials and things like that. But I definitely have my own experience of weight loss myself, which, it plays a huge factor in my ability to do what I do beyond education. I've lost 100 pounds and kept it off aside from pregnancies, and really have my own constant and extensive history with weight loss and emotional eating and overcoming all of those weight loss battles that I'm sure everyone here can relate to. So yeah, I mean, I've been every size. I've been every weight. I don't know if you guys saw Beachbody YouTube video. They kind of just released a video about me kind of going through my weight loss struggles. But basically, to sum it up, I was very, very, very young when my doctor and my parents started telling me I'm obese, I'm bigger than everyone, as if I couldn't tell. But like beyond the fact that I was so much bigger than all the other kids in school, I was actually presenting like horrible blood pressure rates and cholesterol rates at just such a young age, which was humiliating and terrible. And doctor visits were something I dreaded as a 9-year-old, like not even, later in life. But luckily my doctor was serious about it. And she was actually really scared for me. So she actually started like putting the pressure on my parents and starting to tell them like, you got to do something about this little girl because she's going down a really bad spiral here and you got to do something about it. So I actually went to weight loss camp and had to start dieting as an 8-year-old kid. So I get it. I mean, the negative, the shaming, like everyone telling me that I had to lose weight and I had to stop eating and I had to control this and that, like started at such a young age, unfortunately. And I had to go to weight loss camp, like actually get like shipped away every summer to go apart from my school friends and work on my weight loss every summer. So that's something I had to just do in order to lose weight every summer to keep my health somewhat in check. But I would really just gain it all back and more every school year. And I started to do that horrible pattern for years until I was finally like, enough's enough. I gotta change my mindset. I gotta get my health under control. I always said, you only get one body. You might as well make it rock. And I just started focusing on what can I do to still eat a lot of food, to still enjoy my life, to not work so hard, but to get to the body that I really want to have, and be the person I really want to be. And that's how I took those principles and created the To Be mindset. And thankfully, it's not only helped me achieve my goals, but it's really now helped thousands of others do it too. And I'm so excited for you all to do it because it's really great. It's really, 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 really great. And thankfully, I partnered with Beachbody, who took something that I think was great and they turned it into something absolutely beyond spectacular. So I'm so excited for you guys to get your hands on it.
Awesome. You know, Alana, you just said something that really hit the core for me, and I'm sure that probably some people can probably relate to this. And it's something that I don't think I ever shared with you before, but you know, when you share the fact that when you were only 8 years old, you were struggling with weight, I can relate to that because I was an 8-year-old who struggled with my weight, where I got bullied because overweight. And I didn't have, you know, someone to guide me at that age. So now we have this amazing program that you've created based on your experience, right? On your story, and that we're going to be able to change not just adults' lives, but like children, because change starts in your home and it starts in your kitchen, you know? So I know that one of the questions that our team has, and some of my customers have asked, like, well, what exactly is To Be mindset? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah. So once you do the program, like 5 minutes into the program, I think like a lot of it starts to make sense. So because the To Be kind of stands for some principles of the program that you'll learn and love, hopefully. But also To Be it also kind of just represents like a positive forward thinking way of being and really being able to achieve everything you really want to get to in a forward moving state. And you will. So the To Be stands for like my two bunnies, which you guys will learn, which kind of like is a big part of the program, but it also, you know, it kind of embodies like what, you know, even people going through the test group have said, like, I'm really getting to where I really always wanted and needed to be. And I think that's like kind of like a nice dual entendre. And in terms of like the word mindset being in there, like that is something that literally the test group created. So we were kind of like, how do we name this program? And we bounced around a lot of different names. And, you know, some people were saying we should call it food freedom, because while you're going to lose so much weight in this program, and we're going to talk about food and I'm going to teach you all about nutrition, one of the coolest parts about the To Be mindset is you're going to lose a lot of weight. You're going to be focusing on nutrition, but you're actually going to really lessen up your relationship with food. So a lot of times if you've done diet programs in the past, you've done things, you've probably been more like focused on your food. Whereas with the To Be mindset, you actually are losing weight. You're eating a lot of food, but you're not actually developing ease with your relationship with food, that it doesn't feel so intense. It actually feels like free, like you're actually going to feel like much freer in your relationship with food. So we were discussing food freedom, we were discussing all these different things, and then we realized the test group just kept saying, I don't know what it is, Alana and Lara and Beachbody, I'm losing a lot of weight, I guess I'm thinking about eating better, but it's just like my mindset's changed. My mindset is just like, it's happier, it's freer, it's more positive. I'm looking at food differently in a way that's not like I can't have it, but like I don't even want that because that doesn't really make sense for what I'm doing. So it was like everyone just kept saying my mindset's better, my mindset's better. So it's really kind of like the test group that Saudi and Mickey were in that really helped define the title of the program as the To Be mindset. And it's been very fitting, I think, moving forward as everyone sees it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm so glad you bring that up, because the word, and I've gotten that question a lot. Like, where does the mindset come? And for us, the biggest change here was the mindset shift, complete mindset shift. And I know that, you know, we can't go into details yet. You're going to have to wait until May 2nd when it gets released to really understand and apply those principles, and everyone's going to welcome that. Another question, Alana, that has come up a lot is like, who is this program for? Exactly who was it designed for?
That's such a great question, because literally we just had we're running a test group now of a lot of coaches, and we literally kind of just like ended the call on this question because obviously the marketing of this program is like, it's definitely a weight loss program because it's incredibly effective at getting people to lose a ton of weight, happily, and successfully. But it's interesting, throughout the test groups, there's lately been a lot of people who've been doing the test groups are actually really fit and trim, like successful coaches. And they kind of do this program thinking like they're just in it to learn about what the principles are, but they don't really have a lot of weight to lose. And they're saying such incredible things. Like, even though they didn't have weight to lose, they still had they didn't realize it until doing this program, but they actually had a very negative mindset and relationship with food that they're slowly uncovering and like being free of. So it's definitely, and they're like, I want everyone to do this program, not just people who have to lose weight. And you guys are going to see like, while this program is, I think the best way to explain who this is for and what this program is that it is a much more positive, healthier approach to eating that helps someone achieve and maintain a healthy weight and mindset and approach to their health moving forward. So if you have a lot of weight to lose, you're going to do this program and you're going to attain a healthy weight. And if you're already a healthy weight, but you have a negative relationship with food, you'll actually kind of reshape it and reform it into a positive place that you can maintain and sustain in a very freeing way. So this is a program for people who have to lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, 50 pounds, 100 pounds, 250 pounds. Like, there are people in this group who have a lot of weight to lose, and they are doing it. They are chipping at that weight, and they are dropping a good amount of weight every month to month, in a way that feels so sensible and sustainable for them. So it's a program for people who have a little weight to lose, a lot of weight to lose, and also for just people who feel like maybe they're really small and trim, but they're like constantly playing and manipulating their food, or playing games with it, or feeling like they're over-exercised to compensate for different foods, or they have just some sort of negative relationship with food that they want to uncover and repair so they can feel freer moving forward and just healthier and lighter and better.
As you're saying that, and I'm sure coaches that are on this live can probably relate to this, because I was there at one point where, I didn't have a healthy relationship with food. And, your program definitely has helped me tremendously. And, I was that person that even when I was at an ideal weight, I would go through this emotional roller coaster and then think, okay, you know what? I'll just do a penalty workout. Yeah. Right? A penalty workout will take care of that. And definitely learned that that's not the case. And I know I can't share too much on that. You have to wait till May 2nd. But another question that was asked, Alana, is because we still don't have all the details on To Be Mindset, but there are material out there with the promotional video, with some testimonies that are there. How can coaches now explain the difference between the To Be Mindset versus the existing nutrition programs that we have? Like, how do we, what can we say?
So the cool thing is I, before meeting with Beachbody, I have I had a very, very busy private practice in Beverly Hills. And I was also teaching these big weight loss seminars at UCLA every semester, which now I still do guest lectures, but I'm not as deep in working with these groups because now I'm doing To Be Mindset test groups. But basically it's, in my private practice, I was charging a lot of money for these 1-hour sessions. And the coolest thing is that Beachbody, when they approached me, they're like, okay, we have to give everyone that experience that people are getting in your private practice. And through the past 2 years, working with Laura, working with Caitlin, working with Beachbody, we have literally given that experience and so much more to you guys and to your future customers, which is so cool. So basically it's going to feel like the equivalent of 20 sessions with a private practice dietitian specializing in weight loss. So it's kind of been made into video structure and format. So you can watch over and over again, which I would feel like my private clients would kill for, to just be able to hear what I said again, just once, and be able to replay it. So you're going to have that. And there's also, obviously Beachbody is incredible at creating amazing materials to help you stay accountable, to help you stay on track. So you could take what you're learning in the video and be able to bring it with you to the grocery store. So they'll definitely be, so you can use it while shopping. And obviously we're going to come out with great recipes, great tools, anything you would need to lose weight happily and learn to keep it off. we've provided for you. So luckily we've had, I think, one of the longest running test groups with Beachbody with Mickey Saudi, and I see beautiful Norris on here. You know, we worked with them for over a year, really, really closely, still talking to you guys constantly and loving you guys, to really learn like what it takes in month 4, what would you need in month 5. And we've really put together a very, very substantial, incredible package of resources to really help people navigate life's struggles, life's emotions, life's ups and downs, holidays, different events. You can learn that you're not just losing weight in the first 3 weeks because you're super focused and regimented. Like, you're able to keep losing weight and keep chipping off at your weight during life's curveballs that it will continue to throw at you constantly. So you feel even more empowered month to month doing this as you need to keep losing weight.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you share that, because the last time I saw you, Alana, was back in November in Vegas. And that's when I realized that this program was a life changer, a huge life changer, because something, personally happened to me where the old Mickey would have definitely spiraled back into eating a box of Oreo cookies because I was so stressed out, worried about it. But I always remembered, that one of the things that you taught us that, our eating habits doesn't change whatever situation you're in, And I can't thank you enough for that, because without this, I don't know what would have happened. Honestly.
Yeah, and it you guys are gonna learn principles like when I talk about emotional eating and stuff like that. Like, it's thick, it's heavy, it's hard to digest sometimes, but I only can speak to it or feel like I can speak to it because I've been there. And I'm constantly faced with those situations as well. A lot of people do this program. They'll do a test group for 3 weeks. They're like down 15 pounds in the first 3 weeks. They're feeling amazing. And then, they'll be like, my kid was in the emergency room. I just found out my father-in-law is sick. I had a bad thing happen to my job and I emotionally ate. I'm so mad at myself. And it's like, we didn't develop our emotional eating habits in 3 weeks. We're not going to eliminate them in 3 weeks. Like, it does. Like, I'm not going to promise that if you were a big volume emotional eater, binger, that you'll necessarily feel free of that from day one. That it's a process, but with all the tools of the 2B mindset, you will literally be able to uncover them time and time again and minimize them and help better control them for your future. So not only will you keep losing weight through these hard struggles that life will unfortunately continue to present us with, but you'll actually be able to keep it off even through it. So you can actually feel stronger in yourself, in your body, in your mindset, so you could actually overcome these life's curveballs, I think, in a more empowered way.
I agree. I think that's what I love the most, just knowing and having, that trust in you that you've been where we all were. And not only that, like, I feel like the way the program is being delivered with these videos, I feel like everyone's going to get a taste of what Mickey and I and a few of the other girls who are on here. I know Denise and Cruz were just in the test group with the coach test group. And, Denise is my cousin. She only had 10 pounds to lose, but she learned so much, that she hadn't really, faced. And so because you've been where you were and it all comes from a place of love and we just felt like we can trust you. I know that this is for everyone. Like, I just keep saying, like, I don't think that we should even say this is for weight loss. I think this is like for mindset. Like, I think everyone needs to understand that food doesn't control us. I think that the biggest thing that I learned was that we give food too much of this, like, this place in our lives that it really doesn't deserve. It's just food, and there's so much more to that. And I love that we're going to have it in the same way we got you, like, every week. And I feel like with the way this is being delivered, it's going to be kind of like the same way, even better, because we can just go back to everything. And I'm just excited. And I hope everyone on here is as well.
Yeah. And I feel like, unfortunately, when we start this test groups, like, sometimes I get really sad, like, hearing where everyone was in their mindset, and, like, it's beautiful to see how it's positively changing, but it's like every time we start a new test group, it's like I get, like, people just share how they used to think, and there's such a fear associated with food. It's like, I want you guys to know, like, we're not cutting anything out of the 2B mindset. Like, you love burger and fries, you can still find a way to eat burger and fries and lose weight. Like there are a lot of tools. Like this isn't like anything else where you feel like you have to like binge like crazy a night before because I'm taking everything away. It's not like that. Like you can literally continue to live your life and have your comfort foods while doing this program. You're just going to find a better approach to doing it so you still lose weight and get to where you want to be. But, you know, it's like, it's interesting. A lot of people say like they had something, and normally they think when they have it, it's the end of the world. Like people actually say that. Like I used to think if I had that, it's the end of the world. I might as well give up. And like, I'm the worst. I feel so guilty. And now I no longer feel that way. Like when people tell me things like that, it warms my heart and makes me feel better than even I lost 15 pounds this month. You know what I mean? So I want you to all know, like, well, you will lose weight if you have to. You know, it's such a nice, like I like to say, it's like a breath of fresh air approach to weight loss in that way that there's no more like the beating up. There's no cheating with the 2B mindset. You're never cheating you can't really cheat this program because you'd only really be cheating yourself if you didn't just like do the basic things you need to do, because there's really nothing cutting out. So I want you guys to not be scared to do this like you might have been scared to do something else, because it's really designed to be approachable and friendly and welcoming and very like self-directed. So it's not like I'm telling you, don't do that, do that. It's really going to be you who kind of creates your own system that works best for you.
So thank you, Lana. One of the words that came up a lot in my conversations with some of my team members was the word diet. You know, we use that word every time I think about the word diet. I think I'm about to die, you know, because the word die is right, the first 3 letters. So how do we, like, you know, with this program, stay away from the word? This is 2B mindset is not a diet.
So my dad taught me this at a really young age, which is funny because he was making me go on diets. But my father always taught me that diet stands for did I eat that? So diet stands for like a diet is like, did I eat that? Did I eat that? Did I eat that? It's like this like constant like fear and panic around like what you're eating, what you're not eating. I think for me, when I think of people on it, I'm always thinking like they have these running like do's and don't lists in their head, like what I can eat, what I can't, mostly what I can't. And so is there anything I can? And I feel like that's how people are on a diet. I think it's interesting. I always say like when people do a diet, sometimes they lose like 10 pounds on the diet. So like they lose weight in their body, but they gain like an increased fixation about food. So not only do they gain the 10 pounds back, but they usually gain back so much more in retaliation, and then get more and more and more negative with how they see food and like have these running lists. I can't do that. I can do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. So this is like the undoing of dieting in a lot of ways, because not only are you going to lose weight, but you're actually going to probably start thinking about food less and less and less, as Saudi said, because you're still going to eat food. It's going to be big, delicious, satisfying, wonderful meals. Someone said, what can you eat on the 2B mindset? I saw that question pop up, like what kind of food can we expect? I mean, I have these recipes for like really delicious like risotto recipe. We have a really delicious pancake recipe. We have a really delicious burger and fries recipe. I kind of like use different swaps to make them work best for you and your weight loss. But like big, satisfying, delicious meals, like you can definitely expect to taste good food. I like good food. I've never stopped liking good food. There was never 4 seconds of my life where I decided like, I don't need good tasting food. I need good tasting food, and I like volume. I like to eat a lot of food. And so you will continue to do it too. But you know, you're going to actually find that you're going to like eat, you're going to be full, you're going to be satisfied, you're going to keep losing weight, but then actually your mindset's going to be a lot more free to focus on your kids, on your business, on your life, on seeing friends. And even when you go out to eat with your family and friends, like you'll probably start to be a little more focused on what you want to wear and like how you want to shape your body in it and the pictures you want to take with them, rather than I need to go for the blooming onion. Because even though you can eat that blooming onion, with the tools and the process and the progression to be mindset, you kind of learn to like change your mindset to still eat big, satisfying and delicious meals and all your comfort foods, but not have it be as big of a like, you know, fog or focus.
So one question I received was if the program had a beginning and end date.
Yeah. That's a great question. So this is like, I think the first Beachbody program that doesn't. So that might feel really different. So the coolest thing, and I think Saudi says it, like even in the sizzle video, is like once you have the 2B mindset, you really can't not have it. It's like, it really kind of helps you look at food in a different way. So once you have that, you never really go back, which is the coolest part, which is why you guys look incredible. Like why like people do this program and they lose it, but they actually keep it off, is because you never really can go back to looking at food necessarily the same. So even though right now you guys are like, every time I'm in a bad mood, Ben and Jerry's makes me feel better, like you'll start to see like, you're not going to look at Ben and Jerry's the same. It's not that you're not going to want it. It's not going to taste good, but you're going to realize there are other things that make you feel a lot better than that. So, which helps you keep it off. So this doesn't have a start and end date because again, like once you have and you learn the principles, you'll start looking at food as just more purposeful. You'll start looking at food and like understanding meals as like what makes more sense for you, your energy levels, your body, and certainly your weight loss. But I say like you'll stay focused doing it until you lose all your weight. So if someone has to lose 150 pounds, which there are people who are going to do this program who have to lose 150 pounds, like, so it's not going to be a 3-week program, like they're going to, it's going to take 3 weeks to gain it. It's going to take a time. So, I don't know. I can't tell you how long it's going to take you to do it. Some people only need to lose 5. Some people need to lose 150. Either way, though, once you get to your goal weight doing this program, you're going to likely keep with it, continue with it. And most of the principles, one, because they'll just be natural to you. Like it feels natural to you eventually. So one thing I could say about the 2B mindset is like, I'm not saying it's easy from day one. I'm not saying it's going to feel like you're doing everything the same, right? Because if nothing changes, nothing changes. So in month 1 and week 1 and in week 5 and week 6, it might still feel different. It might still feel like you're putting a lot of effort and focus in, and that's okay because anything good in life takes time and effort and focus, right? So, the first couple of weeks, you're going to put a lot of effort into it, a lot of focus on it. I recommend the more you put into it, the better, because the more effort you put into the beginning, the more effortless it actually becomes. So every single person should take it super, super, super seriously, whether you have 0 pounds to lose, 5 pounds to lose, 100 pounds to lose. Like everyone should take it super seriously for like 6 to 8 weeks and let the mindset really develop and change and progress into the positive way. And then, eventually it just becomes a little more effortless and at ease to do. And if you still have a lot of weight to lose, then I encourage you to stay, with it as you do it, because even though, it might take 6 months to lose your 70 pounds or 6 months to lose your 30 pounds or your 100 pounds, whatever it is, like the time, if you guys look at that time in the scope of your life, being able to keep this off forever and never have to really focus on losing weight again, it's nothing. So you really want to take your time, focus on it, put your energy into your weight loss mode, because I'm telling you, weight maintenance mode with this program is like totally doable, totally like, you can do it and you can maintain your weight happily forever. This is like a weight loss mode and you should just stay focused however long you need to just keep getting your weight off, however much that is.
Yeah. For me, it's a way of life. And so we were in the test group for many, many months. And so we've been off of it for many, many months. And it's like, it's a way of life. And like Ilana said, there are moments where I do go in weight loss mode. Like if I come off of vacation or like if I got a little off track or whatever from my way of eating and I just get back into weight loss mode and it's just second nature.
I'm so happy to hear that. Oh, you guys have to talk about that a lot more.
It's a way of life. And then as far as for me and for Mickey and I know she feels the same, it's helped our coaching business. Like I feel like if you're a coach, you need to be thinking in the 2B mindset way of thinking because it helps you become a better coach, a better support system for your clients. And so like if you ever said, I need to be certified in nutrition to better serve, this is your thing. This is the solution because I learned so much from you, Ilana, that like I could see myself helping so many more people now.
Mm-hmm. Yay. And then that's, I'm so happy to hear you say that. Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that. And I've been telling the other groups, one of the, a lot of you have probably done a lot of programs and you feel like you gain it back and then you have to lose it. And then you gain it back and feel like you have to lose it. And I've been there where I felt like I literally yo-yoed for like 8 years. I'd lose it, I gain it all back and more. So I'd have to lose it and then gain it all back and more, and like play that game. And one thing I really want everyone to achieve with the 2B mindset, like really, is like you never feel like you have to start over again, right? You never have to feel like you have like 50 pounds to lose again or 60 pounds to lose. Like once you lose your bulk of your weight now, I never want you to gain it back. So like Saudi, like she lost a big bulk.
You'll never be more than 2 pounds, ever.
Yeah. Now it's like, okay, so I have to lose 3 pounds. Like you guys can lose 3 pounds. Like we've all lost and gained 3 pounds a zillion times in our lives, but never again after this program. I really want to put your effort in it and have that in mind that like, I'm doing this now so I don't have to do this again, right? Like this is worth my time. It's worth my focus. This is worth my everything now. So I never have to start over again. So my kids don't have to hear that I'm doing X, Y, and Z. And my friends, I have to not go there to do X. You know what I mean? It's like, who wants to keep doing that? So like, and with this program, you don't have to. Someone in the other test group said the most amazing thing. Their kid made cupcakes in school and brought her a cupcake. I said, Mommy, do you want a cupcake? And she's like, and she's lost like 15 pounds. She's been doing the program for like 6 weeks. Such a beautiful thing she just told the group. So she's like been doing it 6 weeks or something like that. She's lost a lot of weight already. Her daughter came back and said like, oh, I made cupcakes at school. Mommy, do you want one? She goes, no, thanks. I'm good. Like I'm not in the mood for one right now. And the daughter goes, why? You're not on a diet anymore. And meanwhile, she's like full throttle doing this test group, losing this weight, like, and like her kid is like, you're not on a diet now, are you? Like, because she's so used to her mom saying, I can't or I won't. And now it's like her mom is meanwhile like full throttle in our program and doesn't even notice that she's doing something, which is like such a nice thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
So some of the questions that are popping up, also, Alana, I think, we still have a couple more minutes.
Yeah.
Is people are asking, can vegans follow this plan?
Yes. We have someone now doing the program who's vegan and postmenopausal, and she's lost like 17 pounds in the past 2 months. So yeah, so she's like, I'm postmenopause, I'm vegan, I'm never gonna lose weight. I'm like, follow the program. Lara and I have like been like, follow the program, and we have a vegan modification video, and she actually is a coach who runs vegan groups. So she's like, I think she has like 20,000 vegan Beachbody people that she like oversees and works with. So she's like, I got to figure out how to do this program vegan. And she's like, I think in her 60s, older 60s and vegan. And she's lost a ton of weight doing this program. And she's had a really nice way navigating through it. So we definitely have vegan solutions, a whole vegan video.
As vegan or plant-based?
Vegan. They're the same thing.
Okay.
People say plant-based because they don't like the term vegan, but I think we call the video vegan. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just see, because I think there was another question that I might have overlooked here.
If you're dairy-free, if you're gluten-free, if you're kosher, if you're any sort of food sensitivity or issue, you can do this program with.
Okay. So one of the questions also that I had, and you brought up the word menopausal, because I get that a lot. Like, I'm menopausal and it's hard for me to get rid of this weight. And I'm a testimony, because I've been menopausal since I was 33, and I was using that as a reason as to why I couldn't. So for those of you that are asking about that, yes. This works. 2B mindset is aligned.
And one of the craziest things we've seen with the test group, so many test groups, is like PCOS. PCOS, when I was going through school, polycystic ovarian syndrome, when I was going through school, I think like the textbook definition is it's a very small percentage of women, but I think God only knows like the hormones in our food, obesity crisis, I don't know, but so many more women are getting more and more and more diagnosed with PCOS, to the point that in the past couple test groups, we should have had statistically probably like 6 women with PCOS, but we've had, I think, like over 20 or 30, which is a condition that a lot of doctors will tell you if you have, it's harder to lose weight. So we've had a lot of people do this program with PCOS and say, I won't be able to lose weight, I have PCOS, and then through this program have lost so much weight, and thankfully went back to their doctors and said, nah, not true. So like we've had people with PCOS, like different thyroid conditions, being told that they wouldn't be able to lose weight, are able to lose weight, going through menopause, postmenopause, breastfeeding women, different medications.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, speaking of PCOS, guys, we have one of our own, and all of you know, Darlene Dews, aka Dee Dee, which, by the way, Ilana, I saw her on Saturday and I couldn't believe it was her. She's down 80 pounds. 80 pounds. Like, it's just insane. Insane. Totally insane. So yes, 2B Mindset really is the solution you guys have been praying for. Literally. What you've been praying for is going to arrive on your desktop on May 2nd.
I'm so excited for y'all to do it.
Yes.
We have one more here about working out. Can this program be paired with a fitness program, or is it intended as a standalone?
So you definitely, exercise is always encouraged, especially if that's something that puts you in a positive mindset, right? A lot of people need to, including myself, like to exercise to just feel good and feel confident in your body, get energy, unplug, right? And all those things. So absolutely you can work out. You're encouraged to always work out if you love to doing this program. But then again, if you don't like to work out, or you have an injury, or you can't work out, or you don't have the time to, then you don't have to worry, because you could also lose weight during this program without exercise. So it's, it's going to be one of those things that you do for whatever works best for you. What I can say is that I recommend, especially early on, if you're not an avid exerciser, to maybe put your energy and focus on this more so, and make that like a supplement to the program versus the other way around. So I really rather you put your time, because eating is something we have to do every day no matter what. That's something that you really want to focus on and nail down. And then when you do that, you'll slowly want to build your exercise more and more and more. So at the start, I wouldn't start this day one while you're if you've never worked out before and your eating is out of control and you have a lot of weight to lose, I wouldn't do this on day one and hammer chisel on the same day one, and do them coexistingly. I would if you aren't working out, I would focus on this solely, and then slowly weave in exercise as you want and need to. And you're eventually, with this program, people actually want to exercise more and more and more, because you start to feel so sexy and good and strong in your body. You're constantly want to see what else it could do. So it's always encouraged. It's always positively encouraged, but if it's not your thing, you don't have to do it from the start.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. Let me just make sure, Ilana, I just want to make sure to the team page that we didn't miss any questions. But I hope you guys are really excited about this, guys. You really have no idea how this is just going to impact. And, as I'm scrolling to this, one more question. I mean, I know the answer. Yeah. Put it out there. So clearly, we talk a lot about weight loss, or how I like to say evicting weight, because we don't want it to come back, right? No weight coming back. So once someone reaches their weight goal, do we continue on this? Because this is geared towards losing weights,
Yeah, but like I said, the more effort you put in, the more effortless it becomes, and then it becomes, so I always maintenance. It's not if you're 220 pounds and your goal is to be 150, you're gonna totally lose those 70 pounds, no problem. But it's not you're gonna stay 150 on the dot for the next 20 years. It's a fluctuation. It goes 148, 152, that's weight maintenance is kind of that. And so I recommend people do this program till obviously your goal weight, focus on that. And then also continue to focus on it while you navigate how maintenance mode works best for you. And then you'll slowly be able to it's always going to feel pretty easy, especially by month 5 and 6, when it's feels kind of second nature. But you could obviously loosen reins on it as you figure out your system of how you're best maintaining this. You'll realize you'll probably still want to be eating similarly, because those are the foods enjoy. You'll figure out the best system for you, and then you'll just keep with it. So to make sure that you maintain it. But like Sadie said, it's a ping pong. You go on a vacation, it goes up. Okay, so you know exactly what you need to do to lose the 4 or 5 pounds. But again, you'll never feel you'll have to lose those 7.
Yeah, I also feel our life, changes throughout the years. And so like, let's say like for you, for example, I always remember that impacted me was, you know, there was a time before you got pregnant, you were like 140 and you were kind of just happy and you're fine there. But then you realize that you can do more. And I think that happened to a lot of us in the test group. We're like, oh, we just want to lose, you know, 10, 20 pounds. And then all of a sudden we see you walk in one of the days we were shooting, and you were this beautiful skinny person, you know. And then when you said, you know, I don't feel like I am this, like I'm still in my mind, you know, you remember that day how you were sharing,
Probably, yeah,
being that you were so overweight, you know, growing up. I related to that. And then I all of a sudden started to envision myself being less than 150 pounds and being thinner, and looking at myself as a thinner person. So then now you want to think about having a photo shoot. Or so to be mindset is something that can be incorporated in different times of your lives. Let's say you're going to get married, or you want to be 125 pounds for your wedding. Like, you go in weight loss mode and get it.
It's so true. It's like what people think their goal weight is from day one. It's like they end up getting there just happier and easier than they were expecting. So then they're like, yeah, might as well go for 10 more, you know? So like, while you guys should all have like a goal weight in mind, just know like the possibilities are really limitless. Like, you'll always be eating at least 3 times a day, big, filling, satisfying meals. So you'll never get like scary small, you know. You'll always be able to, like, once you get to whatever healthy weight it is, you'll be able to stay there, feel strong, feel empowered. You'll still be able to have all the strength you need to continue to work out and get stronger and better and tighter and fitter, and, you know, make it tight, make it right. And so, you know, you'll have whatever goal weight, you know, you want to start with. But yeah, definitely you'll feel like you can push it to a level that you did not think, which is something like bringing up Dee Dee. I mean, I think she changed her goal weight like 30 times. Alana, I have a new goal weight. Alana, I have a new goal weight. Like, she just kept going and going. She was so good.
She's still not done.
Yeah.
She's still not done. Speaking, you used the word expecting. So we have some.
I'm 8 months pregnant.
How far are you? How far are you now?
8 months.
You're 8 months already. Oh my goodness. So we have some of our coaches that are also expecting, and I know that we're very excited about To Be Mindset being released in May. And now, like, oh my goodness, am I going to be able to follow To Be Mindset now that I'm expecting?
So, I mean, Lara's, I think, on the call. So it's something that, like, we've obviously, like, been asked a zillion times, because I think the Beachbody demographic is mostly women, many of whom are around baby making ages. And I think because a lot of people get introduced to Beachbody when they're like trying to lose like their baby weight from their first baby or something. I don't, but definitely, I don't know if it's going to be a PDF, if it's going to be a video, if it's going to be a program, if it's going to be me just going live one day just explaining it. But I mean, obviously this is a weight loss program, and like, if you follow it, you're going to lose a lot of weight. So obviously that's not like what a pregnant woman should follow to a T, but there's definitely like benefits of learning some basic principles for sustaining a healthy pregnancy and making sure that you're gaining a healthy amount and not an excessive amount of weight through your pregnancy for the optimal health of you, your baby, and the expectation. I don't know if we'll ever speak to it head on, but like, the demand is really high. We've actually even ran a test group of like 10 pregnant women just to like kind of like see what's working, what isn't. So, well, it's up to Beachbody if they want to like go forward with addressing it, but it's still, I mean, there's definitely a lot of, I mean, if you like just find out you're pregnant, like, I wouldn't run out and buy this program right away, because, you know, it's probably better that you start it afterwards. But if you already have this program, you lost a lot of weight with this program, and then you get pregnant, you'll definitely be able to apply that healthy, positive mindset and approach to eating throughout your pregnancy in a way that would work in a sensible way for pregnancy as well.
We had one more question, I think. What is the role of Shakeology in To Be Mindset?
Oh, Shakeology works so well in this program. And I think like we've had like maybe 300 Beachbody coaches do this program, lose a lot of weight, having their daily Shakeology, and actually like loving it and looking forward to it more, because they're now seeing such positive like result, like even more positive results from having it. It weaves in perfectly. It's still a daily part. If like you have it every day, you'll still continue to have it every day. You're just work out. you know, how to make it
ice cream.
I know.
You made us make ice cream.
Yeah, I make it like super thick with less liquid, and I eat it slowly with a spoon, and I make yummy ice cream. But there's like plenty of like Shakeology recipes within the program. It's highly encouraged. It's probably going to be grouped together as every other program has been in a package deal if that's, you know, if someone doesn't already have it. So highly encouraged, highly pushed, and ties in beautifully. But if it's something like if someone had like a crazy allergy or something to it and couldn't do it, they could still do this program. But it's like it could be standalone without it, but it's highly encouraged and pushed as a perfect collaboration and incorporation as the program.
Okay. Would the same thing also be with Daily Sunshine?
Same thing with Daily Sunshine. Same thing with the bars. Same thing with the performance line if you're actively doing something heavy performance. It's very cool because even before meeting Beachbody, even before meeting Beachbody and just working at UCLA and having a private practice, like how I would explain what to look for in a shake, what to look for in a bar, what to look for in a snack, ended up being exactly all the Beachbody program. So it's like a client from 10 years ago that I worked with would still be able to be like, oh wow, that bar is exactly how you told me to look for a bar. Like, so I'm very excited about the upcoming bars specifically. I'm so excited for them to come out soon because one, they taste incredible. I can't wait to have them all the time, but also like they tie in perfectly to what I always have recommended is great sound nutrition advice. So I love all the Beachbody products.
Awesome. And then I know we're wrapping up, guys, because we're ready. I think we're in our 45th or 46th minute already. We want to respect everybody's time. We want to respect your time, Ilana.
So good.
The last question that I have, and I'm not sure whether you would have the answer to that, but now that we're really in Beachbody, we're expanding in the Latino market. Now with our new super trainer, Latina trainer.
I think she's pregnant too. I think I just heard she's pregnant. She is, right?
I told her you and Ilana need to hook up.
I know. I just heard that, like, I think yesterday. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So the question is do you know if To Be Mindset is going to have some Spanish materials by any chance?
I don't know. I hope so. I think someone at Beachbody has to answer that.
Yeah. I saw the question in here, so I figure I ask. All right, guys. So we have to stand by on that question to get you the answer.
Right.
Yeah.
I really hope so. I feel like
Hey guys, Sarah is just on another call, but the answer to that question is yes.
Oh,
Yes.
the question, the answer is yes.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I actually have so much family in Mexico who are Spanish speaking, so I was actually like personally wondering that.
Oh, good.
Awesome. Thank you, Victoria.
You're welcome.
Oh, good. And Carolina says the videos will be subtitled. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Guys, this is huge.
I hope I learned Spanish through that.
Oh, we'll give you private lessons, Ilana. Don't worry about it.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ilana, for taking the time.
You guys look amazing.
Thank you.
Too. And I see Norris, I see Cruz. I don't know who else is on here, but I love you guys so much. Denise, hello. You're all like beautiful testaments to the program. So I think you could speak to it probably better than I can. But I think we spoke about Mickey and Saudi. I think you guys love Tony Robbins, and they always said that line, like he always says, successful people leave crumbs, like study their crumbs, and you can be successful too. So these are people to be looking out for. And you guys are going to be that same for your, groups that you're going to be running. So I really hope you all see success for this, for you, for your futures, for your health, for your family, for your friends, and for your future businesses as well. Love you guys.
Ilana, we love you, Ilana. Can't wait to see
I'm so excited for all of you. Okay, stay in touch. Definitely do the program when it comes out. So I could be there right along with you, losing my baby weight with you while you're losing your weight.
I think that's what I love the most, how you were doing this. I felt like you were doing it with us, and it always felt so good. We would see you post your food. We follow you on Instagram, and it really made me feel like I can truly, truly trust you. And seeing your daughter, I remember Nora saying, like, if Ilana's daughter can eat that, I can eat that too.
She's unbelievable. Thank God. Thank God. And she has Daily Sunshine every single day. Every single day. My husband has Shakeology every single day. Like it's great. And obviously do the 2B mindset every day too. So I'm so excited for you all to do it as well. All right. I love you. Oh, Edith, thank you. I know she's so cute. Bye guys. Thank you.
Bye, Ilana.
Take care.
All right, guys. Are you excited or what?
Oh my God! Look at everyone.
This
We
is
need
awesome.
to speak. Wait, we're hooked up a second. We need everybody. Let's unmute everybody and be like,
I don't know why
Hold on. Let me.
I'm like besides myself right now.
I can scream.
Right? To be mindset.
You had no idea that it's in Spanish also. So this is huge.
Everybody scream excitement for to be mindset. 1, 2, 3. Can't wait, guys. So excited.
Isn't she a sweetheart?
Yes.
Guys, start following her. Following her.
All right.
Yeah, start following her. I can't tell you enough how much we learned from her. All of her recipes are like, you're gonna have your palate. We should have asked these questions, but your palate is gonna change. You're no longer gonna say I hate veggies.
No.
You're
And you're gonna learn. And you're gonna learn how to eat shirataki noodles.
Yes.
Doesn't it sound sexy? Shirataki noodles. They're delicious. I would have never eaten that stuff.
And you're gonna learn to cook because this one had to freaking get in the kitchen, something that she hates. Edith, you can speak for that. She got in the kitchen and she got busy, and I never thought I'd see that. All right, guys, we're excited.
Any questions, comments, guys?
No. I wish it was being released earlier.
I know.
Guys, let me tell you something. Okay, because hold on. Wait. Hold on.
Sure.
I'm checking who's still on the call.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm going down the line.
It's still recording too, you know? It's
Oh, hold on, let me stop.